Let's do it.
Good evening. I'd like to call the East China Township Board meeting for January 20th, 2025 to order. Please call.
Okay, roll call vote. Supervisor Western? Clerk Smith, yes. Here. Treasurer Horn? Here. Trustee Babel?
Here.
Trustee Biebuck?
Here.
Trustee Klein?
Here.
Trustee Richley?
Here.
Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we get a chance to take a look at the agenda. I don't have any clarifications. If no one else does, I entertain a motion to approve as presented.
So moved.
Mr. Richley, is there support?
Support.
Corner. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Same thing with the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Mr. Richley. Is there support?
I'll support.
Ms. Horn? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Presentations, St. Clair County Sheriff. We gave you enough time to settle in, right?
Mr. Supervisor. With the new year, I'm just going to let you know we have a change in personnel, so there's 2 new faces. I don't know if they've made it into the office yet, but Mr. Dawson Sugars, he's a graduate of the Macomb County Police Academy. And then Brian Hansen, he began his career in the jail as a corrections officer prior to being promoted to the road. So those are the 2 deputies for the calendar year of 2025. And if they haven't made it in yet, then I will remind them again to stop in and introduce themselves.
I don't think we've seen them.
They have.
Did they stop?
Have
in,
they?
you guys,
They
or-
stopped it. I wasn't here, but
Okay.
they left. They did meet
What
some of
is
the
your name,
staff.
please?
Captain Pohl.
Yeah, I got the email. Something.
Thank you.
Both their numbers, but. Great.
And then we're closing out our year-end stats as well within the department. So like we had last year, we'll be getting an annual report printed, that booklet that we handed out. So that should be going to print here within the next month. I trust that you have our report too, the monthly and I guess it would be the year-end report as well. And if there's any questions, anybody any questions on that, I'd be happy to answer them.
Things going up or down? We getting better or we getting worse?
Everything seems, I think, kind of, I'll have to look at the overall compared to last year's report, just to kind of see where we're at with that, but it does all, I mean, with most of our things, they seem pretty steady throughout the townships that we contract with. Some have different, things will peak differently for different areas, like if it's traffic crashes or like over December, we had like a big uptick in theft-related things, but that's just from the retail demographic of Fort Gratiot. So, but overall, everything just seems to stay pretty standard.
You guys responsible for the thing down here in M29 telling me to slow down?
I just saw that today. It was flashing at me.
I
Yeah, we have 2 or 3 speed trailers, but yeah, I didn't think that was. I didn't know if that was ours or not.
don't know either.
Right.
I thought the speed limit was
I was surprised to see that there
Yeah.
the other night.
They moved it too. It was down farther by the hospital and then they moved it down further. Is there anything we can help you with on your end?
No.
Just make our citizens behave?
There you go.
We try our best.
All the troublemakers are right here.
Yeah.
Right down there. Whoa! Thanks for coming.
Hey,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
You have a good night.
Okay. You too.
Public comment? Anyone here for that? So, consent agenda is C1 is financial reports, 2 is departmental reports, 3 is the Park Commission meeting minutes from November 2024, 4 is professional development training requests. 5 is the Marine City Area Fire Run report for December of 2024, and 6 is St. Clair Area Fire Authority report for December 2024. There's no questions, whatever. We entertain a motion to approve the consent as presented.
So moved.
Mr. Richley?
Support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Disbursements, Ms. Horn.
Payroll, $81,624.61. Accounts payable, $505,145.23. EFTs were $80,923.81. E-checks, $3,041.43. Tax account, $631,887.75. Void, $2,696.94. Invoices, $77,733.70, for a total of $1,377,659.59.
Okay, is there a motion to approve disbursements as presented?
So move.
To support?
Support.
Mr. Richley? Good. Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call vote, Supervisor Ostrich,
Yes.
Clerk Smith, yes. Treasurer Horn?
Yes.
Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Bebop?
Yes.
Trustee Klein?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Thank you.
I just have one thing to add on the end of the financial thing. I was looking over the interest. That was just a point of thought. We opened that Michigan class account and transferred $2 million in October area. We got almost $25,000 in interest just from that account for that quarter.
Notice that too.
And
I thought it
I,
was a typo at first.
no, I just talked to the deputy treasurer, Irene, in the office, and she was gonna mention it to you, and I
Yeah,
talked
we've
to
already talked
Wow.
about it.
Corinne about moving more money, because we have about 6 million sitting, give or take,
At
what
any
we're
one time,
using.
right.
But we have full access to those funds, so I was even suggesting maybe up to 3 million.
Yeah, and there's no time period to leave it there. I don't think
No,
it could be
it's-
parked over there
you
even for a
can-
week and you can make,
Move it and transfer it as needed, so.
right.
So what does
Good for
that
that.
25,000 turn into as far as a percent? Like, how much are we getting interest? I mean, like 5%, 8%?
You know what? It
No, it's
was-
probably 1.5% right there, but it.
No,
But
it
I
was
mean,
like
with that-
5 or
What period was
6%.
that, Sandy, for a month or year?
I did write it on here. Actually, October was 4.95.
Okay.
November was 4.82. December was 4.68.
At a bank?
And
That's
the total
great.
was 25,000.
It was almost 25,000,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
and it wasn't even a full quarter.
Yeah, it was something we discussed at the meeting.
Good.
I was at this week. so-
Good, good.
Or last week,
Yeah,
sorry.
so,
Yeah.
just something to think about. Something good we have.
You're not thinking about how to spend it, are you?
No, no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
just invest, just invest.
All right, unfinished business, well, we have the boards, commissions, compensation brought up, as last, talked about at the last meeting, we put it on here for discussion. It's pretty much in front of us here, and let's decide what we want to do, how we want to do it, when we want to do it, if we want to do it. How's that?
I have a suggestion.
Last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was something we were just talking
2 years
about.
ago.
Due to the park commission having a new treasurer that asked for an increase. So my thought, just my thought is this: we pay everyone the same amount, like $50 per meeting, attendance, it'll be at the meeting. That way, whether you're the chair, the secretary, or, because let's face it, $5 more either way isn't gonna make somebody wanna be the treasurer or the secretary. That's like irrelevant.
Yeah, yeah.
So, for people to take the time out of their day to come and attend a meeting, I don't think 50 is unreasonable.
No.
Just my thought, place to
And
start.
we are very under what everybody else is getting.
Didn't you do some checking on that?
Yep.
What's the comparables?
The average, according to the MTA, for, I mean, it depends on the commission, but usually it's, so planning commission, For chair, $75, but I mean, like you said, I agree, it should be just the same across the board, it makes it easier too, but like $65 is the average for a regular member of the planning commission. Zoning, 65.
Those are the two big ones, the
Oh,
zoning.
that's a lot more than I thought.
There's,
Yeah.
or,
They should
sorry,
all be the same.
median, not average, whatever the difference is. but, Park commission's actually more, I believe it's in this one. I think it's like $110 for chair. And then for the regular members, it's 70 something, I believe. Or 97.50 for a regular member. That's the average for, but I mean, obviously I think they should all be the same, but
Yeah.
across
Is
the
that for
board.
all townships, Alan, or is that for charter township?
That's
or
just
general
people-
township?
That's for,
It'd be townships if it came from
townships
MTA.
that report the information. Some townships don't report their information, but,
Yeah, they do a survey usually,
Okay.
like
and
once a year.
then,
Well, I agree with Sandy. I think they should all be paid the same.
Yeah.
I think we just have to
Yeah.
decide what that number is.
and then board review, for some odd reason, board review is a little bit more, it looks, well, no, it's less. $62.50 for a regular member, for chair, $70.50. And I didn't know why, I saw in our resolution, they're paid for the first hour, then hourly after that. I don't know if their
They're
meetings
here
run long.
quite a
Well,
few hours,
and that's
aren't they?
probably gonna be an exception, because yes, they're here for hours, they
Yeah.
could be open morning hours
Oh.
and night
Oh,
hours.
I didn't know that.
For
Yeah.
2 or 3 days,
Okay,
for people to come and protest their tax bill.
okay,
Yeah, so that's why they have that $10 per hour after the first hour.
okay.
So that might be something to consider as well.
I think we should keep that.
That's not even gonna be minimum wage, $10.
No.
They're increasing minimum
Well,
wage.
yeah, we should probably
I'm just saying, you know.
increase the base and maybe that.
Well, the 50th percentile is
Right.
$20 an hour here.
What is
Right?
it?
Zoning board of appeals?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. What do they have for a base?
20 in the middle there, 1750, but the 50th percentile, 20 per hour.
Oh, per hour.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't even look at that, the hourly.
Yep, $20.
Because I didn't understand
20's in the
that.
middle of it, but. Okay, well. So you say $50 and then,
That's a starting point, unless anybody has,
well, I was gonna kind
Yes,
of rip on
more.
you, but after seeing those numbers, I guess I can't say much about it. It's
I knew it was getting high.
30 to 50, and they're almost double, but we're
Wow.
behind a little bit.
We
I
are
think,
behind.
obviously. I don't know when the last
We
time
are.
this was looked
According
at.
to this, 50 is already a pay raise.
Yeah.
Right.
It's probably 1950s when this was done.
right? Yeah,
I guess
I would say 65 across the board. Because I mean, we're at, all of us, the trustees are at about, little above average. The supervisors,
Trustees
above
actually, your
average.
trustees are only
Trustees
like
are in
100 a
the-
meeting.
They're
Isn't it?
in,
Is that in here too?
the trustees,
Yeah.
when we
Yeah.
did that thing, when we were on the committee there, we were in the 200 percentile under
this one,
Really?
what everybody was
Under?
being
That's that
paid.
one, no.
Yeah.
that one might have,
Yeah.
because I wrote some crap in there, but yeah, that. I think in the second or
This one
third
here's
page.
back to township.
That's a different one. That's,
Oh, this one is?
yeah,
The middle is 13, 15 for the clerk.
Oh, that's
Secretary.
trustee, oh, 28, you guys are at
Well,
23
well,
or
but
2400, I think.
Trustee's about 2,500.
well, but here's the thing though, I added in the pension too, and those numbers that I wrote, so that's, but yeah.
Well, there's an annual salary for trustee, and then there's a per meeting stipend in some of these too.
Some do different, some do both, some do one or the other. It's, there's different ways of doing it, but obviously we do just the salary.
And again, the biggest thing, it's great to look at that, but remember, our township's almost like a city, just with the water sewer plants, there's not a lot of, I mean, yeah, Shelby Township, they're huge, but anyway. What's our trustees at right now?
We're at 2577, I
So
believe.
this is,
Per year?
But
Yep.
that includes what he's saying, the other 10%.
No, it's
is-
like 28 something with
I thought
the
they were at like
$300.
2,300, 2,400
No,
top.
That's the cash.
That's about
That's your
in the
pay.
middle.
salary.
That's the
Yeah.
salary,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's in the middle,
I-
yeah.
Yeah, that's the salary, but are you saying with benefits?
it's 28 something, I think it's
But
2877.
the base salary is like 24.
2577.
I thought it was 24.
Maybe I'm wrong. Let me see.
All right, well, there's one suggestion of 50, one of 65. Does anyone else have any?
I think 65.
I like 65.
65.
I'll go with 65.
35?
Do we have 20?
What are we gonna do about the per hour?
Well, we'll have to talk about that too.
All right, so we're gonna move everything to 65 flat, right? No matter what the position is. Park historical and, okay, Board of Review. Are we gonna do the 65 plus an hourly rate
Should.
after the first hour? Okay, a base.
Yeah, we'll do 20 because that's in the middle of what that is.
I'd go maybe 15.
Yeah, our election inspectors make 14 and 15.
Yeah, I would do 15.
I would like 15
Oh, yeah.
per hour,
Yeah.
in addition to the
If
base
that's
of
in line with
We'll
our
65.
laugh at you
other-
before long.
Where is the election committee on here?
That goes under the 65.
So you said
What's
15 per hour?
non-township council advisory commission
Yes,
governmental agency
after the
board?
65.
That'd be like your lot
Okay,
split,
and
your
then all
fire
of these are
authority,
65.
your
Yeah.
other sewer and water authority.
Are we leaving that at 25 then, or are we taking that
No,
to
that-
65?
wouldn't that go up to 65 or no?
Election committee
They should
usually.
be.
Should, so they're all the same.
Yeah, we're correct.
We wanna go up the same all the way across.
Correct.
The only one that's different is Board of Review,
Yeah.
65 for the base plus 15 per hour after the first hour,
And that's because they have a lot
Right.
of, yeah,
like an 8-hour day or
Yeah.
correct.
6-hour.
So Park Commission, Historical Commission, the Sewer and Water Authority, Board of Review, and any non-township council advisory commissions, government agencies like Fire Authority, Board of Board members. Everything's $65 per meeting, gotta be there, right?
For
Correct.
attendance.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
And then for the Township Board of Review, you're gonna say 65 per meeting and $15 per hour after the first hour.
Correct.
And who made that motion?
I'll make that a motion.
Who's gonna support that?
I will.
Support.
We all did.
Everybody.
Jumped down there, didn't we?
Kind of like the NFL announcer, yeah, false start, everybody but the center.
Whatever you
All right, let's have a roll call
Hold on,
vote.
hold on.
You will have to, I'll have to present a resolution
There's
at
a
the next
resolution.
meeting,
Okay.
so.
So probably at the next meeting.
Okay,
we'll-
next
yeah,
meeting.
yeah.
I guess you're just voting for us to present that
Or
resolution.
to change this.
Okay.
And to just, budget-wise, this is not part of the adopted budget. Each cost center, it's gonna be between $2,500 and $3,000 additional for those. So I'll have to present a budget amendment, probably Q2 as well, so you'll see that.
Okay.
Okay, so the motion's to change these numbers and to direct the administration to prepare a resolution for that, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. We'll come back at the next meeting as a resolution form.
Thank you.
Okay, new business one. Every year we get this, the standard IRS mileage reimbursement, and it's supposed to read, I believe, down here, the 2025 standard. Right here, it's the same.
I can't write tonight.
It should say 2025.
Correct.
Yeah.
The action requested is they adopt the 2025 standard IRS mileage reimbursement of 70 cents per mile, effective January 1st, 2025. We have no place in this, it's federal.
Can
So,
you make it in a motion?
sure. The support?
I'll support.
Good. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. We have a reappointment, Board of Review members for 2-year terms. Carrie Ann Kotz, Don Wells, and Pam Coe. I don't know, do we
Their
any action
appointments
on that.
actually ended December 31st, so,
So January 1st
yeah.
of 25 to December 31st of 27?
There you go.
I'll make
No,
a motion.
26.
25 and 26.
Oh, yeah,
That's 2 years.
2 years.
yep.
That motion?
I'll make a motion to reappoint the Board of Review members as presented.
Okay. Your support?
Support.
Yep. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? A request for professional development training for our Director of Public Services. Allocated as the salary is. Let's see, 3-day, talk to me about this. MRWA Annual Conference, March 18th, 21st. I make a motion, we approve this as presented, and the dollar amount looks like $1278.36.
I support.
That's Ms. Davis, all right? I need a roll call, probably. Call the roll.
Roll call vote, Clerk Smith, yes, Treasurer Moore,
Yes.
Trustee Babel,
Yes.
Trustee Bebuk.
Yes.
Trustee Klein,
Yeah.
Trustee Richley.
Yes.
Supervisor Wester.
Yes. Announcements, the MTA Annual Conference, April 1st to the 3rd in Grand Rapids. So if anyone wants to go, registration's open. Housing opens January 23rd. You must register first to get your housing code so you can book your room when housing opens, okay? For all of us. And I'd like to also talk about this mission, vision, values workshop that we want to have next Monday at 27th at 5 o'clock. It's a workshop for us. This consultant comes in highly, I've got the resumes and everything here, but highly recommended. They talk to boards about what's important to you for your township. Everybody's township's a little bit different. So they want to go through and talk to us in great length now that we have some new board members about what's important for East China Township. What do we want to spend time on? What's important to us for services? What's not? Priorities, stuff like that. Then we can turn around and basically with that, we can turn around and direct our staff and administration that this is what we want to do. This is what's important to this board at this time.
Yeah, it's cool.
So if no one has any objection, I'd like to set that for next Monday, the 27th at 5 o'clock. It'll be here in this room. All right?
Sure.
No objection, but just additionally, can we, I know we talked about this before, but about the structure, the organizational structure, is that gonna be part of the discussion? Or after it, or?
I'm not sure if that's included in that or not, but as far as us discussing that, you mean?
Yeah.
That'll probably come down after that, because we have the
Okay.
evaluations we're talking about.
We can have a
everything else.
separate workshop on that?
Yeah, once we
Okay.
get through this, and this might take 2 sessions, depending on what we decide we need and what we want to deal with. But
Okay,
we'll start with Monday, and we'll talk about it afterwards, about where to go from there.
okay,
And we'll try to keep it to a couple hours for everybody, just so it's not,
Good.
yeah.
too long.
That'd be, yeah.
So we'll end where we end, and then we'll see how much more time we need for one, at least one more, I think, and then we might be covered. But anyway, that's the goal.
Good.
And that's all I have for comments.
Yeah.
Construction, Dwayne's not here. They're done with the water main down here. DVM's done. They got restoration to do in the spring, but they got some construction barricades and stuff that they're gonna move and get out of the areas that they're in once they're not frozen to the ground. So they'll get that straightened up. They got some restoration to do. We're trying to close out all the contracts with the other contractors. That's complete. The work's done. A few outstanding issues on restoration as well on the other contracts, but for all intents and purposes, the work's all done. I did bring the plans for the DPW building, so if anyone would like to go over those after the meeting, questions I can ask for that. We're pretty much ready to send that out for bid. Cool. So we'll be preparing those books, probably for late February, early March, for sending those out to bids. We're gonna do it as a general contractor basis, see how they come in, how they match our budget.
Good.
All right?
Good, started.
I think that covers everything. I'm sure I forgot something,
I have a comment, not on that. Is this year the year we're going out for bid for the garbage?
but 26.
Next year.
I believe it's for,
So
yeah.
the end of this year?
The end of this year,
sort
I
of?
don't want to deal with it.
I have a
believe it's
suggestion.
July 1st for 27.
Or just an
27.
idea, and I don't even know if this is possible, but I would like to suggest we have the recycling program get rolling bins, like a smaller garbage can, maybe they would sell them or provide them, or whatever, at a cost to the residents that wanted to buy them. They have a lid, they're bigger, and maybe do recycling pickup every other week?
Guess what idea you could present at this next Monday's meeting, if that's important to you? The level of garbage service is probably one of the things we're gonna wanna cover, because everybody does something different. You know, do we want leaf pickup all the time, or, you know, we do it, what, twice a year now, Rick, I think?
What,
The,
curbside shipping?
yeah, stuff like
That's
that.
just for branches.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things we need to consider in that when we go out for bids again too, because that determines the price. You can try it, and you were diving into that for a while there, you know that it's all over the board, because you don't know exactly what each community is what services they're getting. So we need to decide what we want to provide our residents when it comes to trash pickup and that kind of service. You know, because we provide more than the most, China and the rest of them too, so.
The other,
That's a good comment, and that's something
Just a
that
thought.
we want
Not
to
what
get
St.
down,
Clair
you know.
has.
I switched mine to a rolling bin with
They've
a
been
lid and
complaining.
everything. I only take it out every other week, and I recycle a lot.
Well, St. Clair, did they always have waste management as their?
No, they've
Because
changed
they've changed, and now
recently.
they are required to have, aren't they the 90-gallon lidded, because
They pick them up that way, yep.
they pick them
Oh,
up
the
that way.
machine.
They don't, yeah, they have the arms.
Okay.
So
Cleaning
for
too.
recycling, you
I
might
would
be
too.
able
I
to
want
get a
one thing
small,
out. I just
I
set
don't
my
know,
garbage bags out.
but
Yeah.
that's something probably when we put out bids, that we
Right.
take a look at. And
Right.
So I was wondering, with St. Clair having just this 90-gallon lidded container, how do they do recycling?
They do it every other week.
In another
In a-
special container then,
Yes,
or that
yeah.
same?
No,
You
it's,
can't do it in the
one
same
has the
container.
yellow lid, one has the green lid.
Okay.
And you can only put out garbage that fits
In the container.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, it kind of wouldn't work in this area. There's too many people that have super long driveways, like I do. How would you get that out there every single week? You know, the both of them.
Yeah, I set mine out just
To
the
be
bags.
required
I don't
to
like
have
it.
to
You
do it,
know,
you
I,
mean?
We don't
they,
have a lot of
and
trash.
Right.
even to go to something bigger for recycling, like you did with the lid.
Right.
That'd be horrible for
They're heavy.
older people to get them in
Oh.
their car even, or
Sure.
to walk them out there. So
True.
that's something to consider too.
thought.
Yeah.
Yep, that's something that can be talked about
Yep.
too, because
Good idea.
we're gonna want to get ahead of that if we
Right.
can, you know. So, anything else?
Not me.
Anything? No?
just really quick to piggyback off of what Sandy said, the thing that I think that we should consider doing is talking to other communities around us that they're about to expire too, some of them. And I think Emterra kind of has like a monopoly basically. And so if we could potentially get, like Clay Township was talking about, I can't remember the name of the company, but anyway, they came underneath what Emterra was quoting there, but and I talked with them and I told them I'm not speaking on behalf of our board, I'm just one person, but they said potentially if there was a bunch of people that needed it, they would consider it, but if it's just, like Clay is close to Macomb, which is where they're based out of, so I mean, I can't remember, for the life of me.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I can't remember.
considerations for our waste handler. I mean, might have to
Might
have
be
trucks and people to add a new route.
Well,
And if
they-
they're not in this area now, like you said, it's not.
And they have a rule, you have to use the St. Clair County landfill.
Right.
Again, I've learned
Yes. Has to
way
go
too
to
much
our
more
landfill.
garbage.
Our trash
You might
goes
want to
our
talk
landfill.
to St. Clair and see why they changed from Enterra to
It was
waste
dollars.
management,
It was dollars on that.
was it?
The price.
What is our concern, just money?
Pardon me?
The current garbage pickup.
Generally, it's based on dollar, who has the lowest
But is
bid.
there a concern with the one we currently have?
No,
Is that why this
not
is
really.
coming up?
No, our
Because-
contract's coming up with them.
Okay, so
to
we're
be
just,
renewed.
5-year
Okay.
contract, I think.
We
I mean, they're pretty
tried,
good. I don't know of any
Pretty good.
issues with the one we
we
have.
tried to renew that last year, but the new board members weren't
Do
here.
better.
but We they wanted a COVID stipend added to that of $1 or something.
And it was.
Oh, they did.
They did, they wanted,
Okay.
they wanted to break the contract and add that in, but not really break the contract, just add that in, and we tried to do that, okay, we will do some of that, but let's extend our contract out 2 or 3 years, and then at first they said, okay, salesperson, and then the company themselves said no. So they wouldn't do
Oh,
that.
then, hey, then I'm saying, hey,
But the biggest
let's go
problem.
look around then.
Well, and you did look into this, but I know that right now, where we're sitting right now, most communities that have rebid it, they're 40% higher than what.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
So we're gonna
It's
be
not
in
gonna
trouble
pretty.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
when it
don't
comes to that, just so you know.
It's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, so we're gonna be up against that.
Everything's gone up.
And again,
Even
Yeah.
garbage.
something we gotta address is what level of service do we wanna provide at what cost, you know?
Right.
Exactly.
You only have so
Get
many
good
dollars in the
service.
budget.
I don't wanna
So
pay
much to
50%
consider.
more
No,
for
no.
just a
And
change.
we're probably
Fuck that.
one of the very
Oh, excuse my
few
language.
that pay for the
Country
garbage
boy.
pickup. A lot of communities put it on their water bill or on their tax bill. I mean,
They have a separate millage for it.
general
Or
fund
a separate
doesn't
spot.
fund
Yeah, we don't-
usually. So that's
It's something that can
a
be considered.
perk, a big item that we pay
Yeah.
out of the general fund.
Okay, anything else, Alan?
I did, but I forgot.
Must not have been that important,
You know.
right?
Nobody else has anything else? I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Mr. Ridgely, is there support?
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Hey,
Aye.
Opposed, thank you. We're finished.
see you.